What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. About a year ago I put up a video titled ScholeyProductions Fleet Update January 2020, and in that video I went over all the cars that me and Sean and the boys here in Peterborough, all the cars we owned and the issues they were having or what we were planning to do with them for the upcoming car season. At the time the Silica had just blown its head gasket, the Bonneville was already dead, Sean's Acura TL was running, and in terms of like just Sean and I, those are the only cars we had at the time. Max's Jeep, if you've seen on the channel before, his Jeep was running fine. I think he owns a Tercel now. Could be wrong, but maybe. Trevor hadn't yet bought his RS3, but he has a shit ton of other Audis. Chris was still driving his VW. Matt had the right-hand drive Subaru, but now he has a left-hand drive Subaru too, so that's a thing. Maybe you'll see that car. This video is going to be kind of, you know, next year, January 2021, fleet update. Let's start with this car because it is the newest member to the family. It is my 2003 Toyota Silica GTS. My last one, if you don't know, my black one was a 2002 Silica GT, so the lower trim level, and in 2003 they facelifted or refreshed the car, and you got updated bumper. The lip there isn't stock, but an updated bumper. The interior was upgraded. Don't mind me, I'm just reviewing the old video while filming this video, but it got a charcoal dash, it got upgraded leather seats. 2003s also got upgraded taillights, which I think look way better than the 2002s and under. It also got this, if you remember on my old car, this kind of Silica nameplate panel was all one piece, but this one's split. So it's got this, then there's a line, and then it's got this upper portion onto it. A lot of guys paint them black. I will be one of those guys. If you watched my video, the 1-year review of my black Silica, a lot of the things I wanted to do to that car, I'm gonna do to this car. The trick being, this car is a way, way nicer starting point than my black one. I wanted to get a body kit for my black one. This car already has it. I wanted to get bigger wheels for my old car. This car already came with them. They're just Summers with strictly summer tires on them, and I am not running those tires in the wintertime. These are the winters that came with that car. The wheels that did come with it, not so sold on them. I'm gonna do a couple things to them to try and make them look a bit better, but I'll probably run them for a season and then I'll buy some different wheels. I wanna put a TRD wing on this car, which you guys already know I bought from Ryan. So we're gonna get that painted to color match to the car, and then that's gonna go on. Again, probably not until spring because I live in Canada and everything is cold. Like, I'm not even sure if you can tell, but like my hands are freezing, and working on cars, especially like older ones like this, or I guess early 2000s ones and up maybe, it's all plastic, right? Like obviously this is metal and all that, but this wing, that's just a plastic wing, and if you try messing with plastic in the wintertime here, you're gonna break something. Guaranteed you're gonna break something. The overall goal for this car, out of the 3 cars we're gonna talk about tonight, the Micra, the Bonneville, and the GTS, this one is what we're gonna call our wannabe show car. It's gonna be the nicest car of the fleet, probably. It's gonna be the most showy car of the fleet. The goal is to make this one as much of a show car as I physically can at a 21-year-old college student. When I say physically can, it's as much as I can physically spend out of my bank account, you know? Because as much as I wish I could only spend money on cars, there's sometimes more to life than just cars, unfortunately. That's the overall plan for this car, the GTS. It's gonna be our wannabe show car, and I'm actually really excited because a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do to my black one, I get to do to this one, but this one is a much, much nicer starting point. Now we're gonna touch on the Micra. If you remember my January 2020 fleet update video, I said that Sean might trade his Acura TL for something, and he did end up getting rid of the TL. It had a lot of issues coming up on it, and it was very high mileage and just not worth anymore. So the TL went away, and in comes the Micra. The Micra's very reliable, very fuel efficient, honestly pretty fun to drive for a small car. And what we're gonna try and do, again, this is Sean's build, so I can't say too much, but Sean is gonna try and turn it into a street Micra cup car, and I'm really excited for that. Off the top of my head, I think what Sean's gonna do, and again, I don't wanna tell you everything, because 1, it's his build, and 2, I'm not gonna spoil everything, but I think he wants to do some sort of exhaust, some sort of livery kit on it. He already has wheels for the Micra. Again, I've seen them, but you guys haven't seen them, and they're not going on until, what's the season after winter? Spring. They're not going on until spring. That's the plan with the Micra. It's gonna be some sort of a street cup car. And I think honestly that's the best plan for that little car because you wanna keep it reliable, you wanna keep it fuel efficient, so there's no point in trying to turbo it yet or do any sort of super wild stuff with that. Well, I guess in terms of Micra language, yeah, what we're gonna do, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, you should stay and watch because it's gonna be really crazy to see. That's what's gonna happen to the Micra come the 2021 car season, hopefully. And now we're gonna talk about probably my favorite car in the fleet. I think, I'm not sure, I think. My first car, my 2004 Pontiac Bonneville. And as you guys already know, that car is not a handling monster at all. But what it does do really well is it does cruise on the highway really, really well. It's a cruiser. That's what the W bodies, the H bodies, the G bodies, they were all built to be highway cruisers, and I'm gonna continue to do that with my car. I wanna order some ZZP parts for it. Eventually I want to supercharge it. We'll kind of see, the pandemic will kind of dictate if it's going to get supercharged this year or not. I want to, but you know, my wants and my reality sometimes don't always line up, but we'll see what happens. The car is currently in storage for the winter time just because if you guys remember my black Silica, I was more comfortable driving that in the snow than I was the Bonneville. The Bonneville's been through a hard life, and I think if it saw more winters than it needs to, it just wouldn't be good for trying to save the car overall. I ended up buying this car after my Silica crash, and this one, honestly, it deserves to be winter kept just as much as the Bonneville does, but it would be pricey and just annoying to switch the Bonneville off and put this one off and switch it all around. So this one's just gonna suffer through the winter time. The Bonneville's in storage. Maybe for the 2021-2022 winter season, I'll buy some sort of winter beater. I'd love to try out an Audi A4 Avant or maybe even a Crown Vic. Again, a shorter upload tonight. Just a little quick 2021 January fleet update. Maybe we'll start doing this every January. If this goes long term, I'll keep updating you guys about the cars every January. I'm super excited about the 2021 season. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's honestly more planned out than the 2020 season was, so that'll definitely help. Because you know, when you plan stuff out, it makes it easier for everybody involved, especially for the ones who kind of run the show. Sean and I, thank you for watching Thank you for watching this episode. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.